20th century saw the birth and evolution of cinema in America, transforming it from a novelty into a cultural cornerstone. This journey through time showcases how movies and movie theaters became integral to American life, reflecting and shaping society throughout the decades. The dawn of the 20th century marked the beginning of cinema as we know it. Thomas Edison's kinetoscope and the Lumiere brothers' cinematograph paved the way for the first movie theaters, known as Nickelodeons, which began appearing in American cities around 1905. Nickelodeons, named for their 5-cent admission fee, quickly became popular among working-class audiences. These small, often converted storefronts offered short films and created a new form of affordable entertainment for the masses. The 1910s saw the rise of feature-length films and more elaborate movie palaces. D.W. Griffith's controversial but groundbreaking The Birth of a Nation, 1915, demonstrated the potential of cinema as both an art form and a powerful medium for storytelling. Hollywood emerged as the center of American filmmaking during this decade. The mild climate and varied landscapes of Southern California proved ideal for year-round film production, attracting filmmakers from across the country. The 1920s, often called the Golden Age of Hollywood, saw the construction of grand movie palaces. These opulent theaters, with their ornate architecture and luxurious amenities, elevated the movie-going experience to new heights. The introduction of synchronized sound with The Jazz Singer in 1927 revolutionized cinema. Theaters scrambled to install sound systems, and audiences flocked to hear their favorite stars speak for the first time. The Great Depression of the 1930s paradoxically led to a boom in cinema attendance. Movies offered an escape from the hardships of daily life, and theaters introduced promotions like dish nights and double features to attract customers. This decade also saw the rise of the Hollywood studio system. Major studios controlled all aspects of film production, distribution, and exhibition, creating a steady stream of content for eager audiences. The 1940s brought both challenges and innovations to American cinemas. World War II saw many theaters supporting the war effort through newsreels, war bond drives, and patriotic films. The post-war years witnessed the peak of cinema attendance in America. In 1946, weekly cinema attendance reached an all-time high of 90 million, nearly 60% of the U.S. population. The late 1940s also saw the rise of drive-in theaters. These outdoor venues catered to the growing car culture and offered a unique, family-friendly movie experience. The 1950s marked a turning point for American cinemas with the introduction of television. As TV ownership grew, cinema attendance began to decline, forcing the industry to innovate. Theaters responded with new technologies like Cinerama, 3D, and CinemaScope, offering spectacular widescreen experiences that couldn't be replicated at home. This decade also saw the weakening of the studio system, leading to more independent productions and a greater diversity of films in theaters. The 1960s brought significant social changes, reflected in both the content of films and the audience's viewing habits. Counterculture movements influenced a new wave of bold, experimental cinema. Multiplex theaters began to appear, offering audiences a choice of films under one roof. This model would come to dominate the industry in subsequent decades. The implementation of the MPAA film rating system in 1968 changed how films were marketed and distributed, influencing audience demographics for different types of movies. The 1970s saw a renaissance in American filmmaking, with directors like Francis Ford Coppola, Martin Scorsese, and Steven Spielberg redefining cinema. Theaters became venues for groundbreaking, auteur-driven films. The concept of the summer blockbuster emerged with Jaws in 1975, changing release strategies and audience expectations for big-budget spectacles. The rise of shopping malls in suburban America led to the proliferation of mall-based multiplexes, changing the geography of movie-going for many Americans. The 1980s witnessed the home video revolution. The widespread adoption of VCRs changed viewing habits and posed new challenges for traditional cinemas. In response, many theaters upgraded their facilities, offering improved sound systems, more comfortable seating, and better concessions to entice viewers out of their homes. This decade also saw the rise of action-packed blockbusters and franchise films, which became summer staples in American cinemas. The 1990s brought further technological advancements to movie theaters. Digital sound systems like Dolby Digital and DTS enhanced the cinematic experience. The rise of computer-generated imagery, CGI, led to visually spectacular films that drew audiences to the big screen, exemplified by movies like Jurassic Park, 1993. Independent cinema gained prominence in the 1990s, with films like Pulp Fiction finding both critical acclaim and commercial success in mainstream theaters. The late 1990s saw the beginning of the transition to digital projection, though it would take another decade for this technology to become widespread. The turn of the millennium brought new challenges and opportunities for American cinemas. The rise of DVD and improved home theater systems intensified competition for viewers' attention. IMAX theaters, originally developed for institutional settings, began to appear in commercial multiplexes, offering an ultra-large screen experience for blockbuster releases. The early 2000s saw the birth of online ticket sales, changing how audiences planned their movie outings and allowing for easier advance purchases. 3D cinema made a comeback, with digital 3D technology offering a more refined experience than its predecessors. Films like Avatar, 2009, showcased the potential of this format. The rise of streaming services in the 2010s posed a significant challenge to traditional cinemas, offering convenience and a wide selection of content at home. Theaters responded by offering premium experiences, including luxury seating, in-theater dining, and advanced audio-visual technology like Dolby Atmos. The concept of event cinema grew, with theaters screening live performances, theater and concerts, diversifying their offerings beyond traditional films. Subscription services like MoviePass briefly disrupted the industry, offering unlimited movies for a monthly fee before facing financial difficulties. Major chains began offering their own subscription services, aiming to increase attendance and concession sales. The late 2010s saw a trend towards nostalgia, with many theaters offering screenings of classic films alongside new releases. The COVID-19 pandemic in 2020 forced widespread theater closures, accelerating the shift towards streaming and challenging the traditional theatrical release model. As theaters reopened, they adapted to new safety protocols and explored hybrid release strategies in partnership with studios and streaming platforms. Throughout the 20th century and into the 21st, American cinemas have continually evolved, adapting to technological advancements, changing audience preferences, and societal shifts. From the humble Nickelodeons to the high-tech multiplexes of today, movie theaters have remained a central part of American culture, offering not just entertainment but a communal experience that has shaped generations. As we look to the future, the resilience and adaptability of American cinemas suggest that while the movie-going experience may continue to change, the magic of the big screen will endure. Whether through technological innovations, creative programming, or by tapping into the timeless appeal of shared storytelling, cinemas are likely to remain a vital part of America's cultural landscape for years to come.